Greetings, weary traveler. Come, sit by the fire, rest your bones. I have stories to share with you. Tales of creatures cloaked in myth and legend. Cryptids, they call them. Have you heard tales of the Mothman? The moth-human hybrid that stalks the mountains of West Virginia? Or perhaps you'd like to hear about the chupacabra, a vampiric creature that drinks the blood of livestock around the areas of Latin America. No? Maybe you'd prefer tales straight from the source, from the one who encountered such creatures in the wild. Fear not, for I have an expert waiting in my tent who can tell you all about the Sasquatch, things that have never graced your ears, all from first-hand accounts with it. Come, he's right inside.
And so I'm down there on the ground, I'm completely naked, my clothes have been ripped off me, and she starts giving me a knobber. It was all just biological. I didn't have any choice.
Regardless of where in the world you're from or how you've been raised, I know you've heard about a cryptid of some description. For me growing up, it was the Mothman. I distinctly remember watching a documentary when I was a kid, late at night, probably on the Discovery Channel. It recreated people's accounts of the creature, and they were trying to track him down. I kid you not, I was laying awake at night for at least a week, waiting for that fucking thing to crawl in my window. For you, it might have been the Loch Ness Monster, the Yeti, the Yowie, the Michigan Dogman? How the hell is the Moa a cryptid? Every New Zealander actually gets one of these as a starter mount when they spawn. Fix your shit, Wikipedia. Anyway, my point is that you've heard of these things, even if you don't know exactly what they are, or how they came to exist in this realm between reality and fiction. I have a true fascination with these creatures, and the folklore surrounding them. So that's what I want to talk with you about today. So, make sure your doors are locked, and that you've got your anti-Michigan Dogman spray, because today, we're going to be talking cryptids. We begin with what a cryptid is. A cryptid is defined as an animal or other being whose present existence is disputed or unsubstantiated by science. They rely heavily on folklore, with stories of their existence normally being propagated around campfires by people swapping stories, or by grainy online footage like reported Bigfoot sightings. With no hard proof such as DNA samples or remains, it's been incredibly difficult to prove the existence of these creatures, and as such the field of study known as cryptozoology was founded. Cryptozoology is the study of cryptids, a pseudoscience that claims that these beings exist in the wild. The proof that cryptozoologists provide is normally anecdotal or impossible to verify. This leads to most believing that these things don't exist at all. Every bit of footage online seems to be recorded on a 3DS by a hillbilly with Parkinson's, so naturally people are skeptical. But not me. You're trying to tell me the Loveland frog doesn't exist? He's right there! Wait. Don't go yet. I'm not crazy, okay? I swear. Here, I'll tell you about some of the cryptids specifically, so you can know I've got proof. Look, I've got their heights, sightings, records, and more. Tell him, Peter Kane.
Jerking the wheat.
How about we start with one that you're probably not familiar with, the Loveland frog. I see, I've got your attention now. In Ohio folklore, of course it's from fucking Ohio, the Loveland frog is a legendary humanoid frog that stands at roughly 4 feet or 1.2 meters tall, spotted in Loveland, Ohio. The original sighting of the frog is credited to a businessman or traveling salesman that spotted him late at night on an unnamed road in 1955. The frogman is essentially described as a giant frog that walks upright. Some say there's only one, and others say they travel in packs. In one story, it was said that 3 separate frogmen were spotted under or over a poorly lit bridge, with one holding a wand over its head that fired a spray of sparks. So this thing will cast spells at you if you get too close. Practice extreme caution if you run into the frogman. Although it was tragically reported that the creature was shot and killed in 1972. The report said a policeman found the creature to be a large iguana that was missing its tail. So, much love to the frogman's family. Next up, we've got a rapid fire round of large, hairy, human-like entities. I'm of course talking about the Sasquatch, the Yeti, and the Yowie. All 3 of these creatures are bipedal apes that supposedly exist in different parts of the world. The Sasquatch is known to be native to the United States of America, the Yeti patrols the Himalayan mountains, and the Yowie, unfortunately, calls Australia home. They're characterized to be anywhere from 6 foot 11 inches, about 2 meters, to 13 feet, or 4 meters in height. This does depend on the description, with all of them being described as having immense strength. They also typically have much larger feet than humans, leading to the Sasquatch taking on the name Bigfoot. The main differences between the three apes appears to be their temperament.
Right, I'll tell you what, you fat little...
The Sasquatch is known to be far more passive than the Yeti and Yowie, typically avoiding human contact. This has led to footage of the creature normally showing it running away to hide from humans trying to approach or film it. The Yeti and Yowie are known to be far more aggressive, attacking and even eating humans. Man, if I had to live in Australia, I'll be killing people too. Poor Yowie. Reports of these creatures are spread across their countries of origin, leading to the idea that these are entire species of creatures, and not a single surviving organism of each. I'll tell you what, you're still skeptical, right? About their existence. What if I told you I had footage of a Yeti right here on this VCR? Just you watch, non-believer. Just you watch. I will give you undisputed proof of the Yeti's existence. Roll tape. Anyway, never mind. Forget the apes. Let's talk about the source of my childhood terror, the Mothman. The Mothman is known as a moth-human hybrid with growing red eyes and a jet black body. It stands at 6 or 7 feet, or about 2 meters tall, and has a 10-foot, about 3 meter wingspan. It originated 6 or 7 It originated around Point Pleasant, West Virginia in the 1960s and was reported in the local newspaper. It is apparently not outright aggressive and instead opts to watch, observing lone hikers or travelers, normally with only its glowing red eyes being visible in the dark of night. It's suggested by cryptozoologists that the Mothman could be an alien of some kind, or a supernatural manifestation, or even a previously unknown species of animal. I personally love the alien theory as it's the most realistic. Like, imagine something from outer space. No, come on. We're almost done. Just a little longer. What else do I have in here? Come on. Oh, the Michigan Dogman. You wanted to hear about that one, right? The Michigan Dogman. This one's an oldie. Originally witnessed all the way back in 1887 in Wexford County, Michigan, in the United States. It's described as a 7-foot, or about 2 meter tall, blue-eyed, bipedal canine-like animal with the torso of a man and a fearsome howl that sounds like a human scream. I imagine this is how Michigan motherfuckers were introduced to furries.
What the fuck going on?
According to legend, it appears in a 10-year cycle that falls on years ending in 7, and can be deterred by clapping loudly. Quick, babe, we gotta scare away the dog, man, I swear. It's said to have been stalking in the area around the Manistee River since Native American tribes lived there. Similar to the Mothman, the Dogman is known for its glowing eyes and its tendency to stalk travelers and hikers through forested areas. However, its stalking isn't only limited to the woods, as the Dogman is known to peer through windows at night. Its victims describe seeing its piercing eyes and horrific muzzle, often accompanied by an overwhelming sense of dread or mortal danger. Many may not even know they're being stalked until it's too late. The Dogman is renowned for its stealth abilities.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Creeping between victims' homes with the only trace of its existence often being the large footprints left in the area surrounding its stalking target. Well, it's getting pretty late. That's all the cryptid stories I can manage for tonight. Say, why don't you stay here for the night anyway? You can't walk home in the dark, right? Wouldn't want you to run into some giant ape or a frogman on the way out, would I? I assure you, this tent is the comfiest thing Walmart has to offer. Shit, did you hear that? There's something out there. What if it's the Dogman? We gotta scare him away, right?